So Incredible Years, well, this is one of our big, another of our signature programs, and essentially, I'm going to kind of whiz through the slides on this, but essentially, we're very convinced by it. We really do feel that as an evidence-based program, there's a series of products really which fit into school settings, into community settings, and early years settings. We really do feel it's a highly flexible and very interesting kind of portfolio of programs which have prevention and treatment effects for children. And essentially that's what the full suite of programs looks like. And we've been kind of essentially trying to think, oh, what balance of what programs do we have in place that can engage our school systems, that can engage our community systems and our early year systems. But one of the things that and essentially we just think these are the outcomes that we're seeking to achieve with this Incredible Years program. I did look it up, and it is running in Toronto, but it seems to be primarily public health nursing running the programs. But definitely, I think for us, one of the big challenges is actually how we can get consensus across education and health about how it is that we can have full, I suppose, purchase and capacity for rollout of the program across school systems and community settings. And here's a learning I want to share with you, because we thought when we found the program to say, okay, this is the answer, so what are we going to do? Get a cape, wear a cape, fly. And that's the learning for us over 5, 6, 7 years, is it's actually the implementation circumstances of this program that has really been the biggest challenges for us. The front-end purchasing of programs is really easy. Making sure they're implemented and implemented with fidelity and dosage is the biggest challenge. That's one of the things that I've spent a lot of my brain power and the brain power of others working out how it is that we could really work out not just front-end training, but full implementation and scaling. And essentially, some of the work of Valence and Metz around some of the implementation science has been helpful in that regard. And essentially, that's where we're kind of thinking about the implementation fit and the fit for the program, and what works, how it works, people and structures and benefits for children, rather than just assuming that we've got the program, it's tested and tried elsewhere internationally, let's just get them running and get hundreds of them running in the program. So we've built what's called an Incredible Years coordination program, where we are focused on strategic coordination, establishment of a learning community, and standardized monitoring and evaluation systems. And essentially the middle circle is really about making sure that we have a full culture of fidelity and quality implementation and to ensure the outcomes for children and young people. So we're very pleased about the project and how it's rolled out. And essentially it shows here the headings around training and supervision that we've really put in place. And the reason we put in place is that, and it's a bit embarrassing, but there you go, we'll be honest with you. What we did when we reviewed the 1,000 or so leaders that had been trained in Northern Ireland, part of the project was, what we did was, let's find out how many of them are running programs and how many accredited group leaders we have, how many accredited peer coaches, how many accredited mentors. And you can see on the right hand of this, it was barren. So we realized out of that actually what we were doing was front-end purchasing, training for people to do the training for the program, and then only 10% of those who were ever trained were actually running the program. And even of those, very few of them were receiving a group leader, moving on to become group leaders, peer coaches, or accredited mentors. So we've really readjusted and focused in on that. And here's the results of the focus that we've had. Now we do feel as if we're really improving the implementation circumstances. And here's our previous minister at the Incredible Years coordination program. So it really shows you the importance of actually bringing this kind of stuff to a higher political level and making sure that with Carolyn Stratton White, who is the North American leader of the program, how that's a priority for the highest levels of government.